Thank you. You are the savior of the universe. I still don't have a clue what you're talking about. Who are you anyway, mister? Think of me as your kin, I suppose. Haha, no way. We don't look alike at all. Farewell. He flew, and went poof. Was all of that a dream? What is up, guys? Blackscape here, and today we have some news on the future of the Dragon Ball Super manga because we have unearthed Toyotaro's artwork for Oob specifically. It is a side piece of artwork that gives us exactly what Toyotaro has in his mind for the future of the Dragon Ball Super arc with Oob in it, and where we are headed after the Dragon Ball Super superhero arc, because right now things are kind of up in the air, but I believe with Toyotaro now firmly at the helm because of unfortunate recent events, I think that we are going to be getting Toyotaro's vision for the future, and I think his word is going to be the one that the Dragon Ball production team is going to heed the most. So this artwork is actually extremely important, but if you already know what artwork I'm talking about, let me know in the comment section below and watch the entire video till the end, and if you got it right, let me know if you did, and if you did not, well, better luck next time. And as always, huge shout out to my loyal fans. You guys are awesome, always here day in and day out with all the love, liking, commenting. All you new fans who are subscribing and hitting all notifications, I want to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. You guys are the driving force behind this channel. Let's jump into it. In Dragon Ball Super Chapter 66, we get this moment right here. This moment is the moment where the Supreme Kai, the one that is trapped inside Buu, or is Buu at this point, he goes and gets his other half to give energy to the Ki Ball that Vegeta's trying to put into Goku, no Diddy, and trying to get him to transform into Master Ultra Instinct, or at least pump him up. And so with Oob firmly there, you would think, okay, this is kind of a Hail Mary, like we don't really know exactly how much power Oob is actually going to give to this ball, but this is when we get this explanation. It's Oob. Oob had that power all along. Of course, the Great Lord of Lords' divine power must have gone to the evil half of Majin Buu during the split, which means that all that divine ki, which is different from God ki, divine ki is what Goku has in Ultra Instinct, all that divine ki that all the Supreme Kai has, the angels have, this went into evil Buu. That is why he was so powerful. And he didn't really know how to use it, but once he was reincarnated and he is good now in Oob, Oob has the divine ki, and that is enough to do this. Give an energy ball so huge, so tremendous to amp up Goku to the point where Goku actually unlocks a new ability and becomes Susanoo. And this Susanoo Goku is able to destroy Moro. So this is how powerful the divine ki that Oob has is, and this is just a little taste as to how powerful Oob will eventually become. And not only that, Oob actually has the Supreme Kai as sort of a guardian on Earth if he ever needs them, because he's inside Buu. They are two halves of the same coin, and I could see them having a long relationship moving forward, which is something that the GT Oob really didn't have, which I think is a shame because these are the same character essentially. And so I'm glad that the manga, Toyotaro's manga, ended up giving them more focus that they are a unit. But not only that, Goku is aware, and Dende, of Oob, and they've been watching over Oob since he was young, since he was a little kid, much smaller than he was in the Moro arc. So they are also watching over him, and Goku is ready to take him away to go training 100%, which gives this next bit of information, this news, this new art that we got from Toyotaro that is not part of the manga, it's just one of his side pieces. This is really important because it's exactly the type of scenario that Toyotaro really wants. Toyotaro draws this: Oob and King Choppa. If you don't know who King Choppa is, he is one of the opponents that Goku had back in Dragon Ball during the World Martial Arts Tournament. They don't know each other. This isn't like these two characters know each other, and this is kind of like what he normally would look like. He normally, or at least in Dragon Ball, he looked very young. This is Toyotaro's interpretation of how he looks like when he's older. and he wasn't in Dragon Ball Z at the end, and he wasn't in Dragon Ball GT. This is just something that Toyotarou drew up because this is where his mind is at when it comes to Oob. This is where he places him. He thinks of Oob in this way, and this is what the translation says. The translation says, Choppa saying, "You certainly are gifted. How about entering the next Tenkaichi Budokai?" And Oob's like, huh? Me? And Toyotarou says, in his own description of the scene, it's King Choppa, what I think he looks like now. Maybe King Choppa was the one who trained Oob until he turned 10. Their clothes look similar, so I kind of figured they came from the same region, which is not something far-fetched to think about because, I mean, there aren't that many regions that look like that, so it would make sense for them to be together, but this is Toyotarou already actively saying that this Dragon Ball character from Dragon Ball, early Dragon Ball, could be the master to Oob. But that's not even the most important part. The most important part is the Tenkaichi Budokai. This is Oob when he enters the Tenkaichi Budokai, and so this is Toyotarou saying that he got the idea from his master, King Choppa, who sees the strength, sees the power in Oob, and wants to put him in the tournament. And so with Dragon Ball Super Superhero ending, and having Pan be at such a high status at the end of the superhero arc, it would make sense for the next character in the Dragon Ball Next Generations, basically, for us to focus on. It would be Oob, and what better way to introduce Oob than to get us finally to the end of Z, which they've been holding off for a very long time, and I think it's now's the time to get to the end of Z and have there be the World Martial Arts Tournament and have Oob face off against either Goku or Pan. And I don't think that Goku should take Oob to train or whatever the case is. I think Oob should go willingly to maybe train with the Z fighters, all of them, or maybe train with Pan as well. I think that would be better than Goku just taking him. But at the end of the day, I think that this is really important because this is what Toyotarou has in his mind when it comes to Oob and which role he should play in the Dragon Ball Super manga. He is extremely powerful, has Divine Ki, is trained by a fighter from Dragon Ball that fought Goku, and should be going to the Tenkaichi Budokai. Next, he should be going to that tournament. Plus, it kind of links up perfectly if, say, like the hiatus is a couple months or so, and we get an entire arc that's in the World Martial Arts Tournament, the Budokai Tenkaichi, and we get Budokai Tenkaichi 4 essentially, or Sparking Zero at the same time. I think it would just be perfect timing for both. Now, what kind of powers does Oob have? Honestly, a lot of people, including myself in the past, would have wanted something like this, where, some of that evil Buu comes out and he can't control it, like almost like Naruto with Kurama. But if we really take what they say at face value, Oob is reincarnated good. He doesn't have any of that evil Buu inside of him. He just has the Divine Ki from the Supreme Kai. So honestly, Oob could just be the strongest human on the planet, basically. And I don't think he should have any transformations. I think he should just be extremely powerful and have different abilities that match up with that Divine Ki. But let me know what you guys think he should have as power set or as transformations, or he should be just like GT. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section below. Talk to you guys later.
Subscribe for more content.